First contact under fire. The archival fleet detected the Zereth swarm at the edge of the Carina Arm, but by then it was already too late. Admiral Sarah Chen watched from the bridge of the TNS Hyperion as the holographic display showed thousands of crystalline shapes moving through space like a river of shattered glass. The swarm had already consumed 3 colonial outposts, leaving nothing but stripped planetoids in their wake. Neural interface engaged, Admiral, reported Dr. James Martinez, the ship's integration specialist. His cybernetic implants pulsed with a soft blue light as he connected to the ship's systems. The quantum array is picking up some unusual patterns in their movement. Sarah nodded, her own neural enhancer synchronizing with the ship's eye. Unlike the purely organic species of the Galactic Council or the fully artificial intelligences of the Machine Collective, humanity had chosen a different path. They had embraced the synthesis of biological and artificial enhancement, creating a unique civilization where human consciousness could expand and evolve through technology while maintaining its essential organic nature. The Zereth showed no interest in communication. Their crystalline ships, if they could be called ships, moved with an alien precision that defied conventional physics. They seemed to phase through space itself, appearing and disappearing like quantum particles. All stations, battle positions, Sarah ordered. Martinez, I want you deep diving into those movement patterns. There has to be a logic to it. The Hyperion's hybrid crew, a seamless blend of enhanced humans and integrated AIs, moved with practiced efficiency. The ship itself was a marvel of human engineering, not just a vessel, but a living system that evolved and adapted with its crew. Story continues with detailed battle scenes, introduction of key crew members, and the revelation that the Zereth aren't just attacking randomly, but searching for something specific in human-controlled space. Deep within the quantum processing core of the Hyperion, Dr. Martinez's consciousness expanded through layers of data. The Zereth's movement patterns had seemed random at first, but as he merged deeper with the ship's eye, something else emerged, a rhythm, a purpose. Admiral, he called out, his physical voice barely a whisper as most of his consciousness resided in the digital realm. There's something about their trajectory. They're not just attacking colonies, they're following a path. Sarah interfaced with the ship's systems, her neural enhancer allowing her to see what Martinez had discovered. The Zereth's attacks formed a perfect geometric pattern across space, like they were activating points on an invisible grid. Cross-reference with all known star charts, she ordered. The ship's eye compiled centuries of astronomical data, overlaying it with the Zereth's movement pattern. And then they saw it. Beneath the visible stars lay an ancient network of quantum beacons, dormant for millions of years. Lieutenant Kira Patel, the ship's xenorchaeologist, pulled up historical records from humanity's first days of space exploration. There are legends, she said, her augmented memory accessing centuries of research in seconds. Stories from the first colonies about finding artifacts that seemed to defy our understanding of physics. We thought they were just tales, but the Hyperion shuddered as another wave of Zereth ships appeared nearby. But this time, Sarah noticed something different. The crystalline vessels weren't just moving through space. They were resonating with something fundamental in the fabric of reality itself. They're not looking to destroy, Martins realized, his consciousness still deep in the data stream. They're trying to wake something up. The story continues exploring the ancient network and humanity's unique position to understand it. Evolution's edge. The Hyperion's hybrid crew had made a breakthrough that pure organic or pure AI civilizations had missed for millennia. The Zereth weren't mindless destroyers. They were following an ancient protocol, one that required a specific type of consciousness to comprehend. It's like a lock, Sarah explained to the Emergency Council of Fleet Commanders, their holograms gathered in the Hyperion's command center. The ancients who built this network, they weren't just advanced technologically. They had found a way to merge organic and artificial intelligence, just like we have. The revelation sent shockwaves through the assembled commanders. Humanity had often been criticized by other species for their choice to integrate AI with biological enhancement. The organic species saw it as an abomination, while the machine intelligences considered it inefficient. But now, that very choice might be the key to preventing galactic-scale destruction. Commander Wei of the TNS Prometheus leaned forward in his holographic projection. Are you suggesting the Zereth are trying to interface with this network? That all this destruction is just them attempting to log in? Not exactly. Martinez interjected, his consciousness simultaneously present in the meeting and deep in the ship's systems. The Zereth aren't destroying colonies, they're converting them. Each attack site shows traces of quantum entanglement that matches their crystalline structure. They're not an invasion force, they're a transformation protocol. Continuing with the revelation about the true nature of the Zereth and humanity's unique position to understand and potentially communicate with them. Synthesis. The truth about the Zereth changed everything. They weren't invaders but envoys, carrying out a program written into the fabric of space-time itself. Each crystalline ship was a node in a vast quantum network, seeking to transform reality according to parameters set by the ancient builders. Sarah stood on the Hyperion's observation deck, watching as the Zereth fleet held position near the largest quantum beacon they'd discovered. The crystalline ships pulsed with internal light, no longer seeming menacing, but instead beautiful in their alien geometry. We've decoded more of the protocol, Martins reported, his consciousness split between multiple processing nodes. The ancients, they weren't preparing for war. They were preparing for evolution. The network isn't a weapon. It's a transformation engine. Lieutenant Patel's research had confirmed their theories. The ancient builders had discovered that consciousness itself could exist in multiple states, like quantum superposition. The Zereth weren't destroying colonies. They were trying to elevate them to a new state of existence. But they couldn't communicate this to pure organic or pure AI species, Sarah realized. They needed someone who could understand both states of being. They needed us. The story continues with humanity's attempts to properly communicate with the Zereth and understand the transformation protocol. Beyond the Void. The first successful communication with the Zereth changed the galaxy forever. Through humanity's hybrid interface, the true message of the ancient builders finally became clear. The quantum network wasn't just a transformation engine, it was a warning system. Something was coming from beyond the galactic void. The ancients had detected it millions of years ago, a force that consumed not just matter and energy, but consciousness itself. They had built the network not to fight this threat, but to evolve beyond it. The Zereth weren't preparing for war. Sarah explained to the gathered representatives of every known species, organic and artificial alike. They were preparing for transcendence, and they need all of us, organic, artificial, and hybrid, to complete the protocol. The evidence was undeniable. The ancient builders had created a system that required the cooperation of all forms of consciousness. The organic species contributed the chaos and creativity of biological evolution. The machine intelligences provided the precision and vast processing power of artificial minds. And humanity, with their hybrid nature, could bridge the gap between them. As the Hyperion's crew worked to activate the full network, Sarah reflected on humanity's unique path. Their choice to embrace both their organic nature and artificial enhancement had seemed like a compromise to many. Now it was clear it had been preparation for this moment, when the galaxy needed someone who could understand all forms of consciousness. The Zereth's crystalline ships began to pulse in harmony with the quantum beacons. Across the galaxy, the network awakened, ready to transform not just humanity, but all sapient life into something new, something that could face what was coming from beyond the void. In the end, humanity's greatest strength hadn't been their technology or their biology. It had been their willingness to embrace change, to find harmony between seemingly opposite forces. As the transformation began, Sarah knew that whatever emerged on the other side would carry that lesson forward into a new era of existence. The story concludes with the beginning of the galactic transformation and hints at the greater adventures to come.